Right, here we are, back for SPS content. Week 6 this week against DJAli and the Dallas Mudsdales. Uh, I believe he was in Ultra's division last season. If not, it was the season before. But obviously, he's promoted now to Lugia division, as we are as well. So, got to rep the Moltres, former Moltres division. Um, Two coaches here who were promoted this season, so that's cool. He has a team of Mega Gallade, Aegislash, Hydreigon, Nidoqueen, Rotom-Mow, Araquanid, Noivern, Aromatisse, Miltank, and Colossal. So, few big problems for us. Nidoqueen is a huge offensive threat against me in this game. It's just if it's run physically offensive, it's a huge problem. So if it's run especially offensive, it's also a huge problem. Nidoqueen is just really annoying for my team, to be honest, and yeah, it's not going to be fun to try to deal with. But that being said, obviously we did try to do something for that Pokemon. Biggest thing here is the Gudra. He's also got Mega Gallade, which is always an issue. Can be a potent setup threat. Gets priority with Shadow Sneak. Gets good coverage, so it can hit things like Fini, like Donphan. It'll probably run Triple Axle. Hydreigon can be a problem. Aegislash, if I bring in something that's specially defensive and he goes for like an Iron Head, that's a problem. If I bring in something that's physically defensive and he goes for a Shadow Ball, that's also a problem. So we have to watch out for that Aegislash and hopefully get information on it without it doing too much damage to us. And then Miltank can be a big problem. Just on the, it's very bulky. Araquanid can set up sticky webs and it's got great special defense. So he's got a lot of, he's got Aromatisse as a Wish Passer. A lot of big problems for my team. So, and you probably noticed by now, I did make 2 more free agency transactions. Went to Charizard and Serena. I dropped Moltres and Sceptile. So, Moltres down to Charizard was 5 points. Sceptile up to Serena was also 5 points. So we didn't gain or lose any points there. For that, I just felt like I wasn't using Moltres that much. I wanted to trade Gudra, but no one wanted it, and I couldn't really find any other dragons available that I wanted. Um, so yeah, and then Serena, I just love it. It's in the Rapid Spinner, and I've used it a bunch, and I really enjoy using it. So I feel like I'll be using it more than Sceptile, and it's a little bit bulkier. It gives me a little bit more bulk options um, as far as that goes. So getting in my team, I have a physically defensive Gudra with Assault Vest. This is kind of the switch into Nidoqueen. Um, I wanted to go fully Spadef, but if he does bring a physical Nidoqueen, we have a problem with that. So giving us a little bit more Fizdef investment is nice. So yeah, we have a little bit of speed in case he ends up speed creeping Gudra with the Nidoqueen. He might end up speed creeping Fini as well, but just in case he only speed creeps Gudra, we want to have a little bit of speed there, and then we can hit him with a big Surf. So Surf, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, and Dragon Pulse is the set. I was thinking about Sludge Wave for Aromatisse, but I'd rather go Thunderbolt for the Araquanid. To hit that thing would be pretty nice. And yeah, so that is the Dumbo. Only the second time we brought the Gudra this season. So, like I said, I was trying to trade it, but I'm bringing it here. So hopefully it works out. We'll see how it goes. Next up is Fizdef Fini, another physically defensive Pokemon. This thing deals with Mega Gallade. Oh, by the way, one more thing. We are gooey on Gudra, which is nice. We don't really need saps or hydration here. So yeah, next up is Fini. This Pokemon deals with Mega Gallade a little bit better because Mega Gallade can go for a triple axle against Gudra and just do so much damage. Also, we have better natural defense, so we can take hits from Mega Gallade a little bit better, as well as Aegislash, and what else? Like a physically offensive Hydreigon if he wants to, or like a mixed Hydreigon, we can deal with pretty well. We can deal with Araquanid pretty well. Poison Jab might hurt a little bit, but yeah. And that's basically it. I mean, it's nice for Hydreigon, like I said. It's nice for Noivern as long as it's not like Specs Hurricane. We're just here mainly for the Mega Gallade. I feel like Draining Kiss is really nice. We don't really need to use Moonblast. in that situation. Same for like if we have to 1v1 like Noivern or Hydreigon, I just feel like Draining Kiss is going to be better, just for getting health back and whatnot. Again, a little bit of speed in case Nidoqueen wants to speed creep us, because Nidoqueen's only base 76 speed, so if he wants a good amount of bulk, he's probably not going to invest too much above base 85. So hopefully we can catch him with that and go for a big surf. We also have Defog just to get rid of hazards, and Nature's Madness will do pretty well against his bulky Pokemon like Araquanid. Doesn't get consistent recovery. You know, if he brings in Aromatisse and we're able to Nature's Madness, kind of forces him into going for a wish potentially. Same with Miltank, it kind of forces him into a milk drink. So yeah. Next up is Prophet. Oh, screen turned black. Okay. Our Mega Medicham dual stab with Fire Punch and Bullet Punch. I didn't want to go for a high jump kick here. It didn't really. I don't really feel like I need it, as well as just wanting to get back health. It's pretty nice. We have enough speed for Hydreigon, although a Scarfed set is very possible, so it might not even matter. I don't know. He doesn't really need to run Scarfed unless he feels like he needs to outspeed Mega Medicham, because Spectrier can't do much to it anyway. And the only other Pokemon faster than it is Durant and Charizard, and Slaking. So I don't know. He could bring a Scarfed Hydreigon. We're just gonna have to deal with that. In one of my mocks, I actually went up against a mixed Scarfed Hydreigon with like Dragon Rush, which was pretty cool. You don't see Dragon Rush that much. But yeah, anyway, back to this Mega Medicham. Fire Punch for the, Aegislash, of course. It also hits Rotom a little bit harder. And then Bullet Punch just for priority against things like if I need to, kill a Mega Gallade, if it doesn't have Shadow Sneak, which I think it does bring Shadow Sneak here, because of Spectrier and because of Bullet Punch Medicham. And also just Bullet Punch is nice for like a Noivern, maybe a Scarfed Rotom, but he's going to have to be really low for that. Scarfed Hydreigon, so yeah, just general priority is nice. Next up we have a Alolan Muck with Recycle, Toxic Knockoff, and Shadow Sneak. Fully Spadef. Shadow Sneak is also pretty decent on this because it hits Mega Gallade, which is nice. If he's relatively low, we might be able to just Shadow Sneak and knock him out, which would be great. It's also nice for Aegislash, like if he doesn't have King Shield and he's in attack mode, like attack form, I might just be able to Shadow Sneak and do like maybe knock him out if he's at like 50% or less. So that's definitely a possibility. Very, very important Pokemon here. We need it for Hydreigon. We need it. It's probably gonna, depending on what 6 he brings, it might be our initial switch into Aegislash. Just if I think it's a special set based on his team, It's nice for Rotom, I suppose. It's nice. I need it for Noivern. If he brings like a Specs Noivern, that could be a problem. And believe it or not, if we need to take a hit from Nidoqueen, and we need to knock off its Life Orb or its Black Sludge or whatever, I might have to do that. It's not what I want to do, but hey, it's potential. One more thing, it's nice. It's a nice Aromatisse switch in, because I can Toxic the Aromatisse if he wishes, and then switch it out. I can predict that and go for a knockoff or a Toxic on something, and that should be fun. So that is the Alolan Muck. Next up we have Durant Pinch with Home Claws, X-Scissor, Iron Head, and Crunch. I think this is like the exact same set I brought last week, but it works. It really does. Well, I have a little bit less speed, a little bit more HP because his next fastest thing is Hydreigon. I was thinking about maybe First Impression, but I feel like X-Scissor is really nice here for, because I need to be able to hit Rotom and Araquanid. Honestly, I think those two Pokemon are definitely potentials. Rotom's great for Fini. Okay. And it's nice for Will-O-Wisp things. And yeah, so that's that. And Araquanid is just nice because sticky webs can be a problem. So yeah. Next up, but yeah, basically, sorry, I'm kind of got off track there. Durant is nice because if we get a Home Claws up, we can basically destroy his team. It's great for Aromatisse. Now I know I don't have good SPF, but I'll still be able to force a switch with that thing. We have Crunch to hit the Aegislash, which is going to be great. And yeah, if Mega Gallade and Noivern are dead, then we outspeed everything. So that's great, barring Scarfers, of course. Last but not least, we have the Scarf Serena. I've never really used Scarf Serena, but I feel like it's pretty decent here because I can outspeed everything except for Noivern, barring Scarfs, of course. I don't get hit by Shadow Sneak, by Aegislash. Now, I was going to test this, but I'm pretty sure that if I switch into a Shadow Sneak, it still hits me because I don't think it's considered a priority move if I switch into it. But yeah, so I've got that going on. Knock off U-turn, power up, triple axle. I was thinking about high jump kick because Sap Sipper Miltank could come, but I just feel like, I don't know, I don't want to high jump kick as Aegislash comes in because Aegislash might be his initial switch in, so that's why knockoff's there. So yeah, I'm hoping late game I can either just power whip or triple axle the rest of his team. Like if he's got Mega Gallade, Nidoqueen, and Araquanid left, right? I can just power whip, power, and hopefully just run through his team. So that's the hope here. I wanted to run Adamant over Jolly, so we won't be outspeeding Noivern, but we will be outspeeding the Mega Gallade. And yeah, that is the team. So thank you guys so much for watching this team builder. I'm gonna cut to the battle right here, and yeah, we'll see what he's about. I'm gonna predict 6 here. Mega Gallade, Aegislash, Nidoqueen, Miltank, Araquanid, and I guess I'll say Rotom-Mow. So that's my 6. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the battle. Okay, here we are in the battle, going up against DJAli. He brings a team of Miltank, Gallade, Mega Gallade, Aegislash, Hydreigon, Araquanid, and Rotom-Mow. So I was actually pretty good on the prediction here. Only thing I did not predict is Hydreigon. I really thought Nidoqueen would come. So when I saw that he didn't have Nidoqueen on the team, I was really surprised. But that's okay. I feel like I'm pretty well prepared for everything here. It's just a matter of playing well. So looking at this matchup, his only removal is going to be Defog, Hydreigon, and Defog Rotom. I don't think Hydreigon runs Defog on this team. It looks like an offensive Hydreigon makes the most sense, just in my opinion here. But we could be pleasantly or unpleasantly surprised. What do I lead here? I'm sorry, I actually don't remember because I had this battle like 3 days ago, and I thought that I had recorded it, and then I went to look and I realized that I didn't record the commentating over it. Commentation. So we're gonna go ahead and start the battle. Okay, I gotta think. I predicted him to lead Araquanid, so that made me lead with Fini, I believe. Yes, that's right. Okay, I remember. I led with Fini predicting Araquanid. That didn't go well. We'll start the battle right now. As you can see, he's gonna lead with Rotom-Mow, which is surprising, but at the same time, it's not, because if this is a Scarfed Rotom, I don't know. It's only surprising to me because I was expecting Araquanid, so anything other than Araquanid would be surprising to me. So he leads with a most likely Scarfed Rotom there, as I just bring in a Goodra. He Voltages it out, brings in Mega Gallade, and now he Mega Evolves and goes for Swords Dance. So right away I'm like, shit, I'm going to get O-Code by Leaf Blade. We're just going to lose this game. But he switches. And I go for Draining Kiss because I do not have Moonblast on this set. I only have Draining Kiss. So I'm in against Aegislash. I'm thinking, you know what, I might as well just go for the Goodra play because I brought Goodra basically for Nidoqueen. It's also kind of nice for this Aegislash. So he's Life Orb. I get the Gooey on him, which is nice, as he's going to King Shield. So I know he's physical now, so I can deal with it accordingly. Goodra's good because it's physically defensive, but it also has an Assault Vest, so I can take hits on both sides, which is nice for Nidoqueen and this Aegislash as well. So he goes for another Shadow Claw as I go for the Flamethrower, doing a little bit of damage, and he's pretty low now because of the Life Orb, so I'm going to switch into a Mach, predicting a Shadow Sneak. If he goes for King Shield, that's fine too. So yeah, he's at half speed because of Gooey, so I'm actually just going to be able to outspeed him and knock him out with the knockoff. I was really expecting like a King Shield there, but I don't know, he told me after the game he went for close combat there. But anyway, he brings in Rotom. Um, I didn't want to get Will-O-Wisped or Tricked with that Muck. I really thought one of the two was coming, so I brought in Goodra, but he just Volt Switches. Goodra wasn't that useful there anyway, it was only at 5%, so it is what it is. He brings in Miltank. I didn't bring in Medicham here because I was fearing like a Choppleberry Thunderwave trap kind of thing. I thought the way he brought that in, he would be expecting Mega Medicham. But alas, he's not Choppleberry. He's Leftovers, as you'll see right there. I get a Toxic on him, which is nice. Just hoping he doesn't have Heal Bell. He got the Rocks, which is fine. Then he goes for Thunder Wave, and I get fully parried twice in a row. A little bit unfortunate, but at the same time, we do have the Figgy Berry Recycle set, so we can kind of heal ourselves up in that way. I get the Figgy Berry, and then I'm going to be able to recycle it. I believe here I'm just going to click Knockoff. Because I just want to do damage to this Pokemon, get rid of the leftovers. So I knock off that toxic damage, going to bring him all the way down to 3%. I feel like he's gonna, I don't know, he's just kind of letting this Pokemon die for really no reason. I mean, he could bring in a few. He could have brought in Hydreigon. I guess not Hydreigon. He could have brought in Araquanid pretty safely here. He could have also brought in Gallade pretty safely, especially because I'm getting paralyzed and all that jazz, but he just lets the Miltank die, which is fine with me. He's going to bring in Hydreigon, and there's no reason for me to stay in here in case he's like, goes for like a Specs Draco, or even a Life Orb Draco might knock me out there, or, as you can see, an Earthquake, so he's a physical Hydreigon, or mixed at the very least. This is a pretty obvious play to go into Rotom there. I felt it's a good opportunity to get the Stealth Rocks off the field. Stealth Rocks are going to be really annoying here if I let them stay up. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of those. He Volt Switches, which triggers my Figgy Berry. But this is a pretty easy chance for him to get in Hydreigon, and I'm thinking this might be a Dragon Dance set, but I don't really have a use for Muck at this point, so I'm just gonna go for a Toxic and hope he overpredicts and goes for a U-turn maybe. I was kind of expecting a U-turn there, but Dragon Dance basically confirms that he's not gonna have U-turn. Well, not really, but it would just be odd to have Dragon Dance and U-turn on the same set. So I go into Fini here. I just clicked Draining Kiss. I didn't want to predict the Rotom because I wasn't sure if he was just going to basically sacrifice the Hydreigon to get some damage off. Thing is, Draining Kiss would have brought up any damage he did to me. Draining Kiss would have given me all the health back, so it makes sense to switch there. But yeah, he goes for Leaf Storm. He does 33% to me, to my Serena. He can't Will-O-Wisp me because I am wearing Misty Terrain, and if he tricks me, it'll be a waste because I'm Choice Scarf myself. So I go for U-turn, knowing that he's going to switch. He switches into Hydreigon. Hydreigon, that's how you pronounce that. I know he's not Scarf, so I'm just gonna go for the Drain Punch. He has a Choppleberry, but it's obviously not gonna matter at that point. Interesting set to have the Chopple there. So he goes into Araquanid. I can't get burned by a Scald here, but I just thought he was gonna click Liquidation, to be honest. Zen Headbutt is obviously a 2 KO here, but I didn't want to risk dying to Liquidation or something in case he was like offensive. But he does have the Scald, so I could have stayed in there. Unfortunate, and then he gets a burn right after the Misty Terrain goes away. I'm just gonna go for Draining Kiss, and then he reveals that he's Rocky Helmet as well, which is pretty annoying stuff. And then he goes for Rest, so that's probably turn 28. That was probably my least favorite turn of the game. Just not fun, but he does reveal he has Sleep Talk, so Rest, Sleep Talk, Scald, and one other move. Could be Toxic, could be something else. I'm not too sure yet. I'm just going to go for Nature's Madness because, well, first I missed, and then he got a Rest. He got a Sleep Talk Rest there, so nothing really happened that turn. And then I get 49% off of his health. And that's his second turn of sleep. If you didn't know, Rest always... you're always asleep for 2 turns, and then on the 3rd turn you wake up. I knew he'd click Rest there to get back up to full, so it was a pretty free switch into Durant. And I'm able to get a Home Claws off and hope that he doesn't Scald Burn me. So he goes for Rest, or he rolls the Rest Sleep Talk, so it gives me basically a free Home Claws. And now I just have to basically beg that he doesn't get Scald, because even though Araquanid has pretty bad special attack, Scald with the Water Bubble and my poor special defense, it's going to do a lot. Luckily he rolls Bug Buzz there, so it doesn't do too much, but with the Rocky Helmet damage, After leftovers, I'm going to be at about 61%. Here he has to bring in Rotom, and I don't feel a need to keep Durant. I don't really want to switch out into anything. Um, so he's going to Volt Switch and knock me out. So Mega Gallade versus whoever I want to bring in. Probably should have been Mega Medicham here, but I just didn't want him to flinch me with Zen Headbutt. And then that would kind of be a wrap. So he goes for, or I go for Draining Kiss as he Swords Dances. I get a crit there, which is nice. But yeah, so basically the same situation as turn 3. This time he pulls the trigger, goes for Leaf Blade, and OHKOs me. That probably OHKOs me at 100%, so if he had gone for Leaf Blade turn 3, that would have been huge for him and really bad for me. But at this point, I have Queenly Majesty, so I can't get hit by Shadow Sneak or anything, so I know I outspeed because I'm Choice Scarfed. So I U-turn there to do a little bit of damage. Basically, I didn't want to risk the Power Whip miss. If I go for Power Whip and miss there, I think I lose. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I lose there. But because of the U-turn, it's 100% accurate. I am locked in the U-turn here, but that's okay because Rotom is weak 2 U-turn. And here I just have to basically pray that he does not get a crit. And he does not. So I live on 15%. I'm able to knock him out with a U-turn. Super close battle. Another one that I don't know. I just feel like I should not have won that. Turn 3, if he clicks Leaf Blade, even if he doesn't knock me out, Draining Kiss without a crit does like 40%. Or like 39 max actually, which is kind of crazy. So I got like a max roll crit on that Gallade. But if he had done that turn 3, we lose like at least one more Pokemon, and it's just, yeah, it would have been bad. His last move on Mega Gallade was Triple Axle, so if I just switched into Mega Medicham on the Mega Gallade instead of Fini, after my Durant dies, I bring in Fini because I didn't want to get flinched with Zen Headbutt, because that actually same exact thing had happened in a mock, which sucked. But he didn't have Zen Headbutt, so I could have brought in Mega Medicham and just Zen Headbutted. And then if that didn't kill, Bullet Punch to follow up. But yeah, that didn't happen, and I made the game almost a loss. Basically, one more thing. I mean, if I had not gotten the crit with the Draining Kiss at the end, he would have been at about 60-65%. Power Whip knocks him out at that point. So, and then he brings in Rotom and Mega Medicham versus Rotom. I win that pretty much every time unless he gets a like Parahax or like a Leaf Storm crit. But even then, he would have had to knock out Serena with something. That probably wouldn't have happened. I was just really fearing the Shadow Sneak because I thought he would bring it for Mega Medicham and for Spectrier mainly. But yeah, anyway, without the crit, I think we still win as long as we don't miss a Power Whip. Because he wouldn't have predicted me to be Scarfed, he would have just stayed in and gone for a close combat would have knocked me out. So anyway, like I said, good game to DJAli, played really well, but just I ended up scraping that one out. It's kind of the same thing as I think it was week 2, where Mega Mawile could have Fire Fanged my Durant, turn 2, and I could have just basically lost at that point. So it really only feels like we deserved 2 wins, even though we're 5-1. And our differential is pretty bad for a 5-1 team. We're like +7, or no, we're +6, 5-1. So not the best, which makes me think that we only have 3 weeks left. I'm thinking we're gonna have to win one more game to make playoffs, which is definitely possible. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Our schedule is not easy from this point on. I actually don't remember our week 9 battle. I remember week 7 is Kurt, and he's doing really well, and week 8 is Luffy/Kyle, he's undefeated. He's the only undefeated team left in the league. So I'm thinking if I get one more win, differential doesn't really matter because I really don't think it's even possible for 8 other teams to get 6 or more wins. But if I lose the last 3, I don't know. It's gonna depend on what the rest of the teams do. But it's gonna be close. So we should have to focus on getting a win, and then we can kind of sit back and relax. Because all I want to do is make playoffs here. So we're gonna hope to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe as well if you're not, just for fun. and ring that bell. No, I'm kidding. I don't really care. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.